in the States. All right, let's see if we get some computer screen. Let's see if you guys can hear me, and we'll go from there. So, waiting on a. Come on, YouTube, sometime today. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Jacob's saying 5x5, and I can't even see myself. There we go. Okay, so, all right, North says 5x5. All right, we're good to go. Well, greetings, everybody. Happy Tuesday. So, we are here. Okay, so been a busy day. If y'all caught the news, I posted a real quick video here about 5 o'clock. I since took it down because it's not a prepping video, but I wanted you guys to know. They established bail for this guy up in Waukesha, Wisconsin, at $5 million. So hopefully, we're not going to see candy ass Kamala, hey, let's bail him out, or GoFundMe allow a bail for this guy. I mean, this guy has no business being on the streets anywhere. I don't know Wisconsin law, if they require a bail to be set for somebody or whatever it may be. I don't know. So, but that's what they did. They set it for him at $5 million. If you guys did not hear, there was a sixth death today. It was one of the kids. So not that an adult is any different, but now he's got 5 adults and 1 kid that this guy's killed. So yeah, it was kind of disgusting watching the hearing this afternoon, the bail hearing, and just them going over this guy's rap sheet. This guy is just useless to humanity. So, but Wisconsin will only have the option of putting him in jail for the rest of his life. So congratulations, taxpayers in Wisconsin. You've got about 50 years to pay for this guy. My choice. I wouldn't. I've got other ideas, but that's beside the point. Okay. So on other news, if you guys saw, Biden is trying to help us at the pump a little bit. He released 50 million barrels of oil from our strategic petroleum reserve today, which wonderful. That's 2.5 days worth of what we use. The U.S. uses about 20 billion barrels a day. Notwithstanding that we sold 1.6 million barrels of oil out of the SPR to China last month. So, hey, as long as the Chinese are warm, no problem. The United, people in the U.S., screw it. Okay. But, in Potato's illustrious idiocy, I don't know if anybody caught him reading off the teleprompter today, but he was reading whatever it was, and then he goes, end of quote. It's like the guy is just completely doesn't even know what he's saying. But there was a real interesting thing that came out today. I got a laugh out of this. Biden quote, America is the only major economy, the only one in the world, where the economy is bigger today and families have more money in their pockets today than before the pandemic hit. How clueless is this guy? Okay. That's just insanity to say. I mean, I can't, how he can say this stuff with a straight face is beyond me. If that's not more proof that the guy is completely mentally deficient, I don't know what's wrong. The economy's in better shape today than we were in 2019. Right, Joe? Got it. Okay. By what metric are you measuring? That's what I'd like to know. Notwithstanding the last one, for those of you up in Canada, North, maybe you know this. Anybody heard of a guy by the name of David Suzuki? He is one of the world's leading environmentalists. I want to quote him. Okay, you guys know what I told you about St. Louis. You guys know what's going on in Michigan, stuff like that. This is a quote from David Suzuki, mind you, one of the world's leading environmentalists. This is what we've come to. The next stage after this, there are going to be pipelines blown up if our leaders don't pay attention to what's going on. We now have environmentalists threatening terrorism in Canada. Guys, This is how goofy this world has gotten. All right. Just the insanity here on some things that I thought you guys might want to know about going into this evening. God knows what's going to be the topic. Okay, on that, I want to give you guys some good news. Now, y'all know on Saturday we did the fundraiser, if you will, for the food drive. I finally got a hold of people over at the food bank today, and I can drop off food on December 13th. They're only open every other Monday. And she said the next time they're taking donations is December 13th. So we will be in there then. Y'all raised, after PayPal's fees, $1,034.32. Awesome. Mrs. P and I will be adding to that, and we will have a pickup truck load of food to take them, because that's more than double what we got last year. So thank you guys. You know, over $1,000 worth of food, and I can get some real good deals on some food. We will be able to help a lot of people throughout December and Christmas and everything like that. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. So as I told you a couple of weeks ago, tonight we are going to do the other fundraiser. Works the same way. This one is on the holiday toy drive. Okay, so this is where we'll get with Toys for Tots, and we will raise money, and Mrs. P and I, again, just like last year, will go shopping and get a truckload of toys and take that so the kids all have Christmas too. Last year, I think we raised $600 or $700 for the toy drive. So that went exceptionally well as well. So again, down in the description here is my PayPal address and my Cash App address. I would prefer you did it that way, because PayPal takes 1 or 2%, whatever it is, where YouTube takes damn near 40. So the more money we can get to the toys and the less money we put in the pockets of Google, the happier the Christmases will be. So if y'all have the ability to donate something to the toy drive, that would be greatly appreciated. Again, I understand not everybody can, and y'all have, you know, your own families to think about. So no pressure on it, whatever. Just if you have the ability, this is what Mrs. P and I are trying to put together, where the Pinball Preparedness family can give back to the community. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so a little bit of good news, but thank you guys again for all the donations for the food drive. That was awesome. So, okay. I see Small Family, Small Budget just said something. I was just going to touch on this. The seed boxes. All right. I have not heard from anybody in a week, guys. So last I knew, the 2 boxes I sent were in South Carolina. The boxes that Voodoo Queen, Treasure Seekers, and Unique Rabbit sent out, I guess, are floating around Pennsylvania, floating around Arizona. Guys, if you have received, not if you haven't received, if you have received the seed box, please email me and let me know that you got it, so we can track on where this thing is, because we got to keep the pace going here. You know, we're the end of November already, and you know, last I saw, we're probably through about 15 people, and each one of the boxes has got 75 people to get through. We want to get this out to everybody by springtime so they can plant. So, guys, when you get the seed box, please let me know you got it. Please turn it around quickly. If you get it today, please go through the seed box tonight and get it back out in the mail tomorrow morning, just so everybody else has a chance too. Getting seeds in the middle of August next year is not going to do anybody any good. So we're trying to help everybody put food on the table. So please, please, please move that around. Okay. Again, hello to everybody. My mods are all here. Jacob, Robert, North Shore, and Lucky Dame. Okay. Thank you guys again for your selfless work and everything you guys do here to keep the channel going. I greatly appreciate everything you guys do. Please know that. Y'all know how this works, but if anybody's new in here, this is Q&A. This is your chance to talk, okay? Your chance to get, you know, what's on your mind out there and questions asked. If you have a question for me, please put it in all caps. Okay, that way I know it's directed to me and I'm scrolling through this. There's 900 plus of you guys in here and there's one of me. So it makes it a lot easier for me to go through the chat on the laptop that's sitting right below my phone here. But don't let that stop you guys from having conversations amongst yourselves. I don't have all the answers, but pretty much probably somebody in here is gonna. So if I can't answer your question, hopefully somebody else can. Guys, that's what this is all for. This whole channel is for all of us to get together, share information, share ideas, do whatever. I just happen to be the face on the other end of the camera. That's it. But this channel is all of us. This is not just me. Okay, now, in regards to that, like I said, my moderators are here. We have a no BS policy on this channel, okay? So keep it PG-13. You know, there's no topics other than what YouTube won't let us talk about, i.e. things like climate change, this, or last November. Those I can't talk about just because YouTube doesn't like it. Yes, that is censorship at its finest, but that's what we deal with. So their platform, their rules, you know, as long as we want to play here, we play by those rules. So nothing else is off limits. Just keep it clean. No arguing between people. I don't want to see any name calling. My moderators are really good about tossing people that don't want to play nice. We don't do a 300-second timeout here. We just toss you. Okay. This is very family friendly. Your teenagers can easily watch this with you and not get offended. Sometimes my language gets salty. You might not want to have the 6-year-old in the room. So it depends on the question, because every once in a while I will get a little hot with an answer. So that being said, let's get into it. And you know, the less time I talk, the more time you guys get to. I start at the top. I work my way to the bottom, guys. If I haven't got to your question in 5 or 10 minutes, please ask it again. If I see it a second time, I'll skip over it. I don't try to skip anybody, unless, of course, it's one of the forbidden subjects. But I can only go so fast through it. And sometimes when the chat shoots to the bottom, I lose questions. So like I said, if I haven't answered your question, feel free to ask it again. All right, so let me get back up to the top, and we will start with whatever we got. So as far as close to the top as I can get. Okay, yes. Oh, yes. And a couple of people said this. I forgot this. No LGB or FJB comments in the chat either, guys. Please keep those out. That's another one that will get us in trouble with YouTube. So, you know, don't need to. All right. Okay, let's see. Lisa Brazy, Pinball, are you going to record cooking on Thanksgiving, please? I might. It depends on what's going on. I mean, it'd be me bouncing around the kitchen, everything like that. You know, I mean, if you guys want, I'm not going to live stream it, trust me, because I'd like to enjoy a little bit of my day too. But yeah, I mean, I might record something like that just so you guys can see what I'm doing, just for fun. What the hell? Pamela Fury, I'd like to know if you've ever listened to Catherine Austin Fitz. I doubt it, because the name vaguely rings a bell, but I couldn't place a single video. Teresa, but Trump was a dictator and not one MSM outlet mentioned it. Yeah, you know, it's like, okay, in getting rid of mean tweets, we got a piss poor economy. We got, oh, in case you guys didn't see this one too, COVID deaths in 2021 are higher than they were in 2020. Way to go, Joe. Fingirl ECG, when is this episode of The Twilight Zone going to be over, please? Yeah, I swear we live in a parallel universe where everything good is bad and everything bad is good. I mean, it's making no sense to anybody. You know, I mean, it's like trying to, you know, the square peg in a round hole type thing. This is what's going on. It's like we're more concerned about pronouns than we are about, oh, I don't know, the economy, food prices, fuel prices, inflation, war. But hey, let's make sure, you know, we got people driving through Christmas parades, but, you know, What's our main focus? Well, let's make sure that we have uh, the Build Back Better plan allowing or forcing religious daycare centers, which are 52% of the daycare centers, forcing them to teach LGBTQ things in the preschools. Catholic Church, Jewish synagogue. Yeah, those are things that we need to be teaching 3 and 4 year olds. But that's in the BBB plan. Yeah, Twilight Zone. Emma Wagner 1. Costco saying get your meat now. Next 2 weeks you won't be able to afford it. Gee, it's going up. Wow. Because thanks Costco. Where have you been for the last 6 months? We've seen it go up every week. It's like up, 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 up. Yeah. So they're not telling us anything that we don't know. I mean, as preppers, we've been banking food for God knows how long, and certainly meat all summer, knowing what's going on. It's nice to know that they finally realized, hey, you know what? These aren't a bunch of crazy tinfoil hat wearing wackos. They actually were right. Again. Dottie A, he just reads the teleprompter if he can. Yeah. Now, if you guys haven't seen the video, you've got to. It's Joe saying da 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 end quote here da 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 da. Like really? Melissa Tress, I finally made it to a live stream. Something to be thankful for. Well, welcome, Melissa. I'm glad you made it. Let's see. And Teresa says everything on the rise now at the store. Bologna was something, and I don't know what the rest of it. But yeah, I bought a 3-pound chunk of bologna the other day when I was at the store. I think it was almost $9. It was like $3 a pound for bologna, really? Lisa Brazy, God bless for all you do and for the food drive and for the tots. Guys, it's not what I do. That's what y'all are doing. Okay. I'm just the messenger. Yes, I'm going to contribute, but this is not what I do. This is what we do. It's what we've always done. We give back. We give to each other. That's what we try to do. Wing Mom 19, tell us what is on the menu in your house on Thursday. Okay. Turkey, stuffing. I don't have chateau dumplings because I can't get them. I know you guys don't know what they are, but if you're in Chicago, you know what chateau dumplings are. Turkey stuffing, green bean casserole, sweet potatoes, sauerkraut, cherry pie. I think that's it. Yeah. So that would be all. And remember, it's just the two of us. Yeah, so we'll have leftovers. Montana Grizzman, I apologize. I'll be feeding numerous veterans for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Several of them are homeless. One man spent 20 years on submarines, is homeless right now. Holy crap. Good deal. I when I lived down at Fort Bliss, we had, I mean, obviously Mrs. P and I worked together at this point. I mean, this is when I was in the Army. But they had a program there to adopt soldiers or whatever it was that didn't have somewhere to go home for Thanksgiving. And because there were a lot of basic trainees and guys in AIT and stuff like that, couldn't just jump home real quick. And so a couple of years, I had a couple of these guys over every year. They could sit down, watch football, kick off their shoes, drink a beer, do whatever. And it was nice because I was close to a military post and I got to do it. And then when we were at living in Vegas, Mrs. P and I tried to do it again with the Air Force Base, and the Air Force said they don't do that anymore. And I was kind of disheartened because that was something that was always I thought was really cool that we could do. So Montana Grizz fan, thank you for doing that. For any way that you can help the vets or anybody that serves whatsoever, active duty or veteran or whatever, for who may not have a nice meal on Thursday, let alone the other 364 days. But hey, you don't get to 2 unless you do 1 first. Okay. Carmen says, I'm in Texas, still waiting on the seed box. I'm assuming you mean that book. Yep. Uh, Guys, each one of those lists has somewhere between 60 and 75 people on them. So it's not going to get to everybody quickly. It's going to move around. I mean, I was hoping that we get it all here to everybody by about the end of March. So be patient. We kind of took it the southern route for everything as the most part, because down south is an earlier planning time. So just be patient. Diane Polk, am I going to be live stream cooking Thanksgiving? No, no. I may video it if you guys want me to. You can guys get some laughs after dinner or whatever, but I'm not gonna live stream it. No. Lorna, pinball, potato better not start a war with Russia. We need our Constantine fix. Like I said this afternoon, I mean, some of the stuff he's doing is just insane. We reactivated the nuclear missile battery in Germany. Now we're flying bombers within 20 kilometers of the Russian border that are nuclear capable bombers. We're talking about giving Ukraine Stingers and Javelins, giving them Mi-17 helicopters, like I said, which are Russian helicopters. I mean, all Biden's trying to do is provoke something. Why? Again, like I've said many times, the troops are 200 miles away from the border. It's sovereign territory. They can move wherever the hell they want. He's trying to push this. I mean, and this is what's idiotic. We just got out of a freaking 20-year war that we lost against some tiny ragtag country of a bunch of guys wearing pajamas running around with AK-47s. The hell you think we're going to do with a country that's got tanks and nukes? I mean, there aren't enough moronic, idiotic, descriptive words to use for this administration. It's just, it ain't our business. Let it be. Okay? Nothing's happened. Joe DeFazio, yes, he says if you do friends and family on PayPal, there are no fees. Correct. Yeah. Jen Farrell, what is the seed box? Back in late August, early September, Jen, I started a couple of seed boxes here with seeds that I had collected from my garden to share with everybody. And basically it's kind of like almost like a chainmail type thing. I sent a bunch of seeds out. They go to the next person. They get to take out whatever they want. They put something new in, go to the next person. And so we had 150 people that were interested in doing this right off the get-go. So I had 2 boxes. Now we had a ton more people. So Voodoo Queen and Treasure Seekers and Unique Rabbit all put together other boxes. So we've got 5 or 6 boxes running around the country right now for like a massive seed swap. That's what it is. So Kathy Acevedo says, first time here. Welcome, Kathy. Glad you get to enjoy some of the fun. Dennis Ross, new to prepping. Glad I found your channel. What is a MAG? A MAG is a mutual assistance group. Basically, it's the people that you are going to count on when shit hits the fan. Okay. I mean, obviously it's going to have your family in play, but also would be, neighbors or friends or anybody, the group of people that you are your little tribe. That's what it is. Okay. That you're going to count on skills wise, barter wise, defense wise, whatever it's going to be. It's your little community. Krista Snelling, hello and happy Thanksgiving to Mr. and Mrs. B from the Snellings in Kentucky. Well, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Montana Grisfan says, I plan to help a veteran center with the seeds when I get the box to grow food at the location when I get it to help those in need. That's awesome. And that will also give them something to do. If you've ever been to one of the veterans' homes or something like that, it's a pretty boring place. And I mean, if they can get out and a few of them play in the garden, stuff like that, working with their hands, do quite well with that. Prepper 007, the guy in the Christmas parade got out. I doubt that. Okay. Because Wisconsin doesn't have bail bonds, a bail bondsman like most places do. There's one, I think there's one of 4 states. I kind of looked some of this up this afternoon, see what I can find. So there isn't a oh, it's a $5 million bail. So if he puts $500,000 into with the bail bondsman, he gets out. Wisconsin doesn't have that. It's $5 million cash. But let's see what organizations, what groups, what George Soros affiliated, whatever, if anybody decides to try to bail this guy out. I mean, whoever does, that better be made public real quick on who bailed him out if he does get out, because that's going to tell you everything. There was another story, and this just reminded me of it. One of the leaders of the Milwaukee chapter of BLM was saying, well, I guess this is the start of the revolution. Almost like condoning what this guy did, running over all these people. So it's, if BLM was smart, they would run far and run fast from this guy. Because if they start idolizing him or something like that, I mean, what teeny tiny little bit of credibility they may have had with some people will be shot, right? When you're going to start condoning murder. Lily B, what time am I cooking for us Thursday? We'll probably eat somewhere around 5. I don't have a big turkey. Probably go in somewhere around 11. So we'll see what I get going. So, but if I put up a video, it'll be in the evening because it'll be after it's cooked and then on the table, so you guys can see what I did burn and what I didn't burn. Okay, if I'm not committing to this, because I'm gonna be crazy and I don't want to get flour and everything all over my phone and everything. Let's see. Amy Fight, I just wanted to say thank you again for that solar generator link earlier today. Glad you guys, some of you guys saw it, some of you guys got it. That was a great deal for the EcoFlow Delta and the solar panel. I know a couple of you guys have asked me and said, oh, gee, on HSN, there's crappy reviews. I mean, you go look at anything, guys. There's crappy reviews on anything. You're not going to find a lot of them. And I mean, I tested that thing. I've got 3 of them. And like I said, it ran my refrigerator for 11 hours, before it was down to 20%. In my opinion, that's perfect. Okay. So I plugged it in, tried it with deep freezers, did fine, and again, I've told you many times, the whole reason I like it is because it's a fast charge. I can hook it up on the gas generator in an hour. It's fully charged. I can take an hour's worth of gas and turn it into 11 hours of electricity. That works for me. Yep, that's me. Pinball, when stacking silver, with all things being equal, would you get rounds, coins, or bars? Whatever's cheapest. Okay. All things being equal, and I've said many times, I don't care about Walking Liberties. I don't care about Maple Leafs. I care whatever is going to be the cheapest by the ounce. Okay. If bars are cheaper than rounds, then buy the bars. If coins are cheaper than the bars, buy the coins. Whatever you can get when you're going to buy them, whatever is going to be the cheapest by the ounce, that's what you want. It doesn't have to be, like I said, Canadian Maple Leafs or something like that. If it's the Sunshine Printing thing, it's still 1 ounce, 1 troy ounce of 0.999 or 0.9999 silver. You're worried about the silver. Okay. We're not, as preppers, we're not worried about collectability. We're worried about stackability. And, that's the whole point. If you're a coin collector, then you want Maple Leafs or whatever. If you're a silver stacker, you're going for wherever you can get the most bang for your buck. Justin DeVoe, free play, not new to channel, but new to this. It's just a play. If you've ever played pinball, okay, the game, and you bunk, you win a free game. It's called a free play. That was it. That's just how I named it originally at the very beginning. So it's just a play on words. Has nothing to do with anything else. Krista Snelling would love a video on how to use the solar generator. I've got one up. It's probably sometime over the summer. So you can go back and look through it again. If I don't know if I can find it really fast. I don't want to waste a ton of time. Let's see if I can. Christ, when would I see? I've got. Yeah, it take me too. Krista, if you email me, I can find the video for you after live stream or in the morning or something like that, and email you the link to that video. Or you can just go to the homepage and look them all. Click on videos and look them all up, and you'll see the video. There's two of them. There's one where I show the solar panel, the generator itself and it working, and then there's one I show when I hook up a solar panel to it and how that all worked. So I can go by that way. Debbie Murray, here's a random question for you. Are Leo by any chance as an astrological sign? No, I'm a Virgo. So my personality fits Virgo real well. At least I know. Let's see. Prosperity Now 1, please discuss self-talk. Okay, I don't know what you mean by self-talk. Can you give me a little bit more context to what you're asking there? Happy Grandma, I paid off my house today. Congratulations. Yes, welcome to the Paid Off Mortgage Club. It is a great feeling, and I will tell you this, in a week when the 1st of December goes and you look at the bills and go, crap, I don't have to pay that one. I still sit down and I look at my bills and I go, am I done? That's it? It's a nice feeling not owing anybody. Okay, and here goes the shot to the bottom. So back to the top we go. Stephanie Hartman, how long do you think this stupid mask mandate will go on? Well, Fauci's in control forever. There was it Santa Cruz or Santa Clara, California today? I forget, it was one of them, somewhere up in the Bay Area there, has now made a mask mandate for everybody everywhere, including in your house. Yes, I'm serious. You are now mandated to wear a mask when you are in your house. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Jeff Casas, Kocius, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Potato is not running the show. Ain't that the truth? I'm firmly in the camp that Obama's the one running this thing. Okay. He was bound and determined to destroy this country. He only had 8 years, wasn't finished, thought Hillary'd finish it for him. Trump was the monkey wrench. It's like, okay, now we just need to put a complete patsy in there. Let me get Biden in there, because don't underestimate Joe's ability to F things up. So Obama's pulling all the puppet strings. SH, how's my pup doing? She is laying over on the couch. She's a little timid about her side, but she's doing okay. I mean, it's going to take her a month or so to heal. Was it Cheryl Ann? Thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Pure Blood 1775. Pinball, a friend gave me about 75 pounds of pinto beans in regular packages. They had them in a decorated galvanized bucket for about 3 months. I was worried about poisoning. What do you think? I don't know. That one, I don't know. Anybody else in here that can answer that? You don't want. I don't know about the galvanized buckets. That's the thing. I'm trying to think. You don't use. They weren't cooked in it. I'm not sure. That don't hold me. That one you're gonna have to find somebody that knows a little bit more about that than I do. Diane Polk, Dennis wants to know what a mag means. Okay, I've already explained that one. I hope I got enough before. Like I said, it's your tribe, mutual assistance group. Quebbles. There's a name. What do you predict will happen in the U.S. this winter? The economy is going to get worse. All right. The Fed has already said that inflation is not, they don't see inflation going tapering until next summer, next fall. So everything's going to continually get more expensive. It's going to be very cold, colder than normal because of grand solar minimum. It's going to be wetter than normal because of grand solar minimum and from La Nina. Electricity prices are going to go up. Natural gas prices are going to go up. And my guess is you are going to have a lot of pissed off people in this country come probably January, February. Once they get through the holidays, once people don't have that diversion of, oh, Thanksgiving, oh, Christmas, we'll deal with it. Once all of a sudden January runs around and then people start getting the bills, that's when nine kinds of hell is going to get raised. And I think Washington knows this, both sides, and they're going, we got to do something because otherwise, I'm not saying you're going to have a pitchforks and torches revolt, but the Democrats are already panicked for what's going to happen next year in elections. Depending on how well elections go off, let's just kind of go there. But it's going to get ugly in January, February. With you think people are on a short fuse now? Like I said, wait till the bills start coming in for the holidays. At the same time, the bills start coming in for heat. So, Warrior Cheryl Land, hi Pinball, took your advice and purchased the eco generator. Thank you. Nice. You'll love this thing. Great backup. I will say, use it occasionally. I'm not saying power the refrigerator or whatever it is, but every once in a while, just plug in a light and, just don't use it often because, you only get so many charges out of it before the battery starts getting a little weaker. It's like 100 charges or whatever. But, don't just let it sit there. Make sure you do something with it. Russell Roberts. Howdy, Pinball. We're from Phoenix, Arizona. Still fighting like hell. Good. Keep fighting like hell. We need to. We all need to keep fighting like hell because as soon as we stop fighting, that's when we get run over by a freight train. Fingirl, ECG, it's the most entertaining, not wonderful time of year. I wouldn't call this entertaining. I would call this most nerve-wracking time of year with what's going on. I don't know about you guys, but I kid you not. I'm sitting in the parking lot at a grocery store, and I'm nervous going, oh my God, what the hell is it going to cost me today? So, South Colorado Stetter, if Biden wants to go green so bad, why did he allow the cobalt mine to be sold to China? He doesn't know what he's doing. He's not doing it. The logic of what they do makes no sense. Oh my God, like I said, 50 million barrels of oil released to the U.S. the month after we've been selling it to China. Okay. Gas prices were high last month too, Joe. Electricity, heat was, already starting to be a problem last month too, Joe. Awesome Sauce 753. So we left a bunch of military equipment in one spot. Now they want to send new military equipment somewhere else. Yep, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And if you go back, 6 months ago, the last time Ukraine was a mess. And I had said, watch what'll happen. We will move the equipment from Afghanistan to Europe. It's on a video. You can go see it. Except I forgot who was running the show. Joe just left it all for the Taliban. And so now we got to send all a bunch of new stuff, which, oh, by the way, will just cost you and me, the taxpayer, some more money because it's not like Ukraine's writing a check for all this stuff. Okay. Judy Lund, what do I wish I had more of for my stockpile? Everything. How about that? I mean, I wish I had more food, more room, more freezers, more ammunition. I mean, there is no such thing as enough because, as I've always said, this prepping is a journey, not a destination. Because if you've got a year's worth of food put away, what are you doing on day 366? That's, just my answer. And, in any situation in your life, you've always worried about running out of something. You're driving down the road. We've all been there. Holy crap, I'm on a quarter tank of gas. I hope I find a gas station soon. I'm almost about to run out of gas. You look at the checkbook and go, oh my God, I'm almost out of money, or whatever it is. In an SHTF situation, there is no way to replenish anything easily. Okay. It's going to take work. It's going to take difference. So, what do I wish I had? More of everything. Now, I've got my gardens, I've got whatever. So, yeah, those are possibilities to replenish things, but it takes a hell of a lot more time to grow peas than it does to buy a can of it and put it away. Okay. So, yes. Sorry if that's not the answer, but that's the truth. Rooster says, how's Daphne? Hope she's improving. Yes, she's still just laying on the couch watching me over there. She's just kind of protecting her side. So, but I mean, she's okay. We got her medicines and everything. She's on her painkillers and her antibiotics and whatever this spray the vet gave her. And, so she's all okay. Unfortunately, she'll be 6 next month. So she's not an old dog or anything like that. So she still wants to run around and do everything, a little slower, but she's like, I still want to go out and play, which obviously we're not letting her do because we don't want her ripping everything open. Small family, small budget, having problems sending PayPal. I tried what was in the description box. It should work fine. Yeah, it's correct. I'll just copy it and make sure it works that I can open it. Oops, hit the other button there. Let's see if that works. Okay, I'm not getting anything in the way of almost like my internet's down, except could be PayPal. I will say this before we went on today, I couldn't reply to your comments on videos from this afternoon. That wasn't working. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just my computer, but you're correct. As of right now, if I'm putting the PayPal address into an address bar, it's not reacting at all. What the hell are you doing, computer? Me/. Nope, now it worked. Yeah, I'm right on the page and it says request or send. So yeah, PayPal.me/pinball preparedness. Okay. Acushnet Supply. Shooting Supply here in Mass has 1,000 rounds of 9mm for $450. That's a great price. 45 cents a round. That's a great price now. I mean, 2 years ago was better, but yeah, I mean, that I haven't seen under 50 cents in a while. That's a good price. Again, depends on the brand, and as long as your platform eats it. Okay. I know there's some people that have issues with different brands of ammo and stuff like that. So, Lori Hyman says Wisconsin is only 10% to total bail. So are you saying that he can get out if somebody posts $500,000 or gives because I know they don't have private bail bondsmen. I know they only have like a state sponsored thing, but I can't see how he's going to go in with $500,000 and the state is going to put up the other 4.5 million for him. Because if he jumps bail, which the guy's done before, okay, then the state's on the hook for the $4.5 million. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how Wisconsin law works or anything like that. I really have no desire to understand the bail system. So it's like, but just the fact that he was given any bail just pisses me off to the nth degree. Okay. I mean, with the criminal record this guy's got, and the fact that he's now murdered 6 people intentionally, and obviously I think they said 62 injured. Why the hell they couldn't remand this guy, and that was it. Okay. So like I said, I don't know Wisconsin law, but that just frustrates the hell out of me. Tanya Carbajal, sorry. New to prepping, best way to prep flour and rice. Okay. First thing you want to do with both flour and rice is put it in the freezer for about 3 days. And reason being is just in case there's any bug eggs or anything like that, you want to kill anything that's in there. Then get yourself a 5-gallon bucket for both of them. Put a mylar bag in your 5-gallon bucket. Pour all the stuff into the mylar bag, or in the case of rice, if you're buying one pound packages, you can just leave the packages in there. Throw some oxygen absorbers in there, seal the bag, close up the 5-gallon bucket. You're golden. Okay. But the big key with dry goods like that is throwing it in the freezer first, because the last thing you want to do is they'll die without oxygen as well, but you don't even want them having any ability to hatch. So just make sure you freeze your stuff first. Jen Farrell, what method do you suggest for dry canning beans and rice? I don't dry can anything in regards to my dry goods and stuff like that. I'm mylar bags and 5-gallon jugs or 5-gallon buckets. And not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just my reasoning is this. I'd rather use my mason jars for meats, stews, vegetables, things like that I can't put in a 5-gallon bucket, as opposed to using it for dry goods that I can put in a 5-gallon bucket, because 5-gallon buckets are a lot easier to find, and mylar bags are a lot easier to find than canning jars are. So I know there's plenty of people that dry can. That's totally cool. It's just not my preferred way of doing it. Bear Truth says he did get out on a $5 million bail. It was on the news. I saw that he was given a $5 million bail, but I didn't see he got out. Now I know he's on I'll look afterwards, obviously, because I want to know what's going on. I know he's got to have the ankle bracelet, and he's got to have he can't drive, and he's not allowed to go see any of the victims or anything like that. But again, remember, guys, this is a guy who got a 15-year-old pregnant in Vegas, who he was pimping out. Okay. Supposedly there was a story where he had a vehicular assault on somebody else like 2 weeks ago. Another story was he was leaving the scene of a domestic situation before he ran over. I mean, this guy will jump bail. He's going to cut the ankle bracelet off, and he's going to leave. He's got nothing to lose. Think about it. He knows if he goes to trial, he knows he's going to jail for the rest of his life. So what does he have to lose? Nothing. He will skip. And he will be a menace to society. My bet is he'll never see the inside of a prison. He'll see the inside of a box, but he'll never see the inside of a prison. South Colorado Stetter, they want to start a revolution. It's been in their agenda for a while. Yeah, well, that's it. And like the guy up in Milwaukee said, is this the start of the revolution? Be careful what you ask for, dude. You just might get it. Prepping Princess. If you need meat, try to find farmers giving away roosters and old hens. Yeah, there's a good idea. Duckman, yeah. Am I smoking my turkey? No. I thought about it, but I don't want to lose the stuffing. And like I said, stuffing is, well over 100-year-old recipe now, and I love it. So I thought about it, but no, I'm not going to smoke my turkey. Purring Lady, are the Democrats wanting to start a race war? I sure have a tendency to think so. That seems to be what they've been trying to do. Like I said, ever since LBJ, but it's really been pushed to the front burner since Obama. Okay, that the victim mentality and everything like that has been completely. That's been the number one priority for the Democratic Party. Doug Larson says, good evening from Vegas. Well, good evening from East Tennessee. Tammy Rinaldi says she bought one too. I'm assuming you mean the EcoFlow. Good. Brent Williams, hello from Ireland. Love your channel and all the info you bring. Appreciate you. Hey, I tried to get some. I actually was talking a little bit about Ireland the other day. So now all I need to do is find myself a good pub. Best beer ever, Belhaven. No, that's Scottish. You would never mind. It's still the best beer ever, but it's not Irish. Never mind. See, now I'm getting my beers mixed up. Scarlet Brimstone, what's my favorite kind of pie? Pumpkin, sweet potato, rhubarb, cherry. Cherry is my favorite pie. Free American, I'm in Florida. It's going to be in the 40s. Should I bring my tomatoes in? They have fruit on them. If it's going to be in the 40s, you're fine. Okay, you're not worried about it until they freeze at this point. A rooster. Come on, Pinball, break down the Thanksgiving dinner. There you go. T-Rex, let's hear my take on Ahmaud Arbery. Jury's in deliberation right now. I haven't been following this case all that well. From what I saw the other day, the judge really threw a curveball and destroyed the defense with the instructions to the jury, which is going to be interesting. That's when I have a feeling that the guys will get convicted and appeal and win. That's my guess on that one, because the judge completely cut the legs out of the defense after the trial, and I think that's going to be grounds for appeal right there. Anna B, did I hear about the doctor that resigned after being suspended for looking out for her patients? No, I haven't heard anything about that, but yeah, I have no idea what. that one, yeah, more specifics maybe, but no. Lisa Sarah, I made your wine tonight. We're calling it Pinball Pinot. It's not going to be as dry as a Pinot. Well, it depends on how much sugar you put in there. Yeah, now just let it sit in the bottles and ferment for 3 to 4 weeks, and you'll have it you'll be ready to drink it right at Christmas. Nancy Johnson, thanks for your advice. I bought 2 more silver coins today. Good. Okay. Little dip in price today. I didn't see how it closed this afternoon, but yeah, I mean, it was down in the 24s and maybe even got into the 23s again. So that's a good price. Going healed. Copper, lead, and brass will always be worth its weight in gold. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Here's the only problem I'm going to give you with this. I have no problem in an SHTF situation trading silver for something or trading gold for something if I had to. I have a huge problem trading brass and lead for something because the last thing I want to do is give something to somebody else that they have the ability to kill me with. Okay. If they decide to throw a silver coin at me, it might sting, but it ain't going to kill me. But if I go, gee, here's a box of bullets, and that guy goes, here's a box of tomatoes, thanks, have a nice day. I turn around, walk away with my tomatoes, and he goes, click, click, boom. Now he's got a box of bullets and a box of tomatoes. Think about that part. Lulabelle Karen, did Hillary pay for the dossier? Not one person in Minnesota knows that. She didn't personally, but it was by some PAC or whatever that she had, yes. Lisa Brazy, are silver nickels worth anything? Provided they are before 1964, yes. Karen Voller, what about junk silver? Is it worth it? Absolutely. Anything prior to 1964 is 90% silver, guys. So, it's definitely, and where I like junk silver more than anything else is exactly what it's there for. Change. For the sake of argument, let's just say an ounce of silver right now is 25 bucks. All right. You want to go buy 10 pounds of potatoes and somebody wants 10 bucks for 10 pounds of potatoes. How are you going to pay for it? You give them a silver round. They got to give you change somehow. Okay. That junk silver is going to be how the change works. That's what junk silver is good for. Marion Walston, I bought the solar package from HSN this morning. Shipping 5 to 7 days, 5 payments of about $200 monthly. Nice, 0 interest. Exactly. And like I said, guys, that was a great deal. And if you couldn't get it when I talked about it before, there was another option or another opportunity. And I forget who sent me the email this morning, but I mean, I didn't find it. That was one of y'all that found that and sent it to me so I could share it with you guys. And that's what I've said over and over and over again. You guys find something that's important, or a good deal or something, send it to me. And, I can take it over, and if I can work it into something, I mean, there's some things that I can't, people send me hour-long videos. I mean, those just get deleted. I don't even have time to watch them. But, here's a clip. Hey, they're selling this for $9.99 or whatever it is. Or, hey, Kroger has vegetables on sale for 25 cents or whatever it is. Let me know that. I'm more than happy to put that out to everybody. Maybe it's on the community board. Maybe it's part of a video. It depends on where we are in the cycle of the day. Catgirl66, does Mrs. P mind my vaping? No, because she does too. So not a problem there. Todd Saunders, if I have $250,000 in the bank and a $250,000 loan and the bank does a bail-in, what happens to the cash in the loan? Okay. Because of FDIC, nothing should happen to it. Okay. You shouldn't lose the $250,000. You shouldn't, and the loan is not getting paid off with your money. Okay. That's the way the law is written. How the law is implemented is the different question. But no, if you've got 250, personally, if it was me, I'd have my loan and my cash in 2 different banks, just so there is no issue like that. But it's the way FDIC works at $250,000. It's not supposed to affect it. They can't touch your money in a bail-in, and nothing's. And even with the bail-in, you're still going to be liable for the loan anyway. And it's 8:58. Wow, we just fly by you. All right, let's see if I get time for a couple more. We just shot to the bottom, so I'm going to go all the way here, and I know I'm going to miss half an hour's worth of questions. Nest Prepper says he was out on bond when it happened. He just jumped bail in the past. Yep, I was talking about that. Annabelle says, happy holidays, everybody. Have a good night. Robert Bates says they're saying he was out on bail. Yep, that's true. He's out on $1,000 bail. Figured that one out. He got out on Friday on $1,000 bail. Guy's a felon. Old Rider, for any defense round hit the core region twice, they should go down unless they have body armor. Yep, I'm still a firm believer in hell with the core shot. I'm going for headshots every time because you're not wearing body armor on your face. So I'm not even going to risk it. I'm just doink doink right there. That's my aiming point. And I don't need 2 rounds. One will do fine. Brent Williams says, haha, happy to give pub recommendations. One of these days, if I ever get to Ireland, trust me, I'll ask. Brooks is a monster, somebody says, and I'm going to go one more. Tanya Carbajal again, is the prepping storing for sugar the same as for rice and flour? No, different there. Do not freeze your sugar and do not put oxygen absorbers in your sugar. Reason being is if you freeze it, you are going to wind up crystallizing a little bit. I don't want to say melt, but it'll get stuck together. And you take all the oxygen out of there and you are going to have a sugar block. So no, for sugar, just put that in a Mylar bag, seal it, and you're done. That's it. All right, guys, that is a Tuesday night. Have a wonderful evening. Again, if you care to donate to the toy drive, please do. Links are down there. And we will see you all tomorrow morning. Have a good one. Pinball out.